Do you know what the opposite of decision is? It's procrastination. 80% of people never reach their goals because they procrastinate and avoid making decisions. Have you ever hesitated, overanalyzed, or waited for the perfect time to act, only to realize you're stuck in the same place that you were months or even years earlier? You're not alone. Napoleon Hill identified procrastination as one of the most deadliest enemies to success. In this video, I'm breaking down the top 3 reasons why people procrastinate, the characteristics of those who hesitate versus those who take action, and simple steps you can take today to start building the muscle of decision making. Here are the top reasons why people procrastinate according to Napoleon Hill. Fear of criticism. People worry about what others will think. What if I fail? What if they laugh at me? Fear of being criticized, fear of failure, fear of messing up is why most people never even start. Do not let that be you. Who cares what other people will think? If you are passionate and you believe in what you're doing, go for it. People will say things. You cannot stop them. You can't stop the trolls. You can't stop the haters. But if your heart is in the right place, keep going no matter what they think. Next, indecisiveness due to lack of definite purpose. Without a clear goal, people drift. They postpone choices because they don't know what they truly want. Instead of making firm decisions, they hesitate and then they just stay in their comfort zone. And then there's fear of making the wrong choice. People think they need all the answers before acting. They overanalyze, waiting for absolute certainty, which leads to nothing. The truth is, successful people make decisions fast and adjust as they go. Now, let's look at the top 3 characteristics of people who procrastinate. Number 1, they overthink and second guess everything. Instead of taking action, they analyze, doubt, and wait for the perfect moment, which never comes. This is why it's so important to know what you want. It makes decision making so much easier. When you know what you want, decisions are easy. You don't have to wonder if it's right for you. If it is on brand, on point with your goal, the answer is yes. And of course, you can always adjust along the way. There will never be a perfect moment. If it's something aligned with what you truly want, do it. You can always make a different decision later. And I often tell my clients, you can always say no later, but you can't say yes later. The moment has already passed. Number 2, they let other people make decisions for them. Because they lack confidence in their own choices, they let family, friends, or even strangers dictate their path in life. Trusting yourself and making decisions builds confidence. So that is a telltale sign that you don't have confidence in yourself. Listening to that inner voice, your intuition, when you constantly have to ask other people if you should do this or you should do that, or if the decision that you're making is right. Trust yourself. Don't let anybody else dictate your life path. Being successful and a decision maker is not for the faint of heart. That's why a lot of people don't do it. And number 3, they stay in their comfort zone. Change is uncomfortable. Procrastinators choose short-term comfort over long-term success, avoiding hard decisions that could lead to growth. They don't call it growing pains for nothing. It is uncomfortable. It's something new. It's something different. And our body and our brain does not like that. We like safety. We like comfort. We like the routine that we have. It's what makes us feel safe. But if we want to grow, if we want to learn, if we want to expand and get into that new version of ourselves, it will be uncomfortable. It doesn't have to be painful. Earlier in the week, we spoke about drifters. Napoleon Hill says that drifters are people who hesitate, who delay, and are easily influenced by stronger personalities. When you fail to make decisions, someone else will make them for you. And it's usually in their favor, not yours. This leads to missed opportunities, regret, and a life dictated by other people rather than being designed by you. Now, here are 3 characteristics of decision makers. Number 1, they make decisions quickly and firmly. They don't waste time overanalyzing. They trust their judgment and commit. Number 2, they take full responsibility of their choices. Whether the outcome is good or bad, they own it. This builds confidence and control over their life. And number 3, they act despite fear or uncertainty. Successful people know that waiting for the right moment is an illusion. They move forward and figure things out as they go. Making decisions quickly and firmly, getting out of your head, getting into your heart. That's why it's so important to be emotionally involved with what you want, because your emotions will guide the way, not other people's voices or even the fear in your own mind. And don't be afraid to take responsibility. If something didn't work out, make a new decision. You truly cannot mess it up. You cannot mess this up. The only way that you can is by not making any decisions and literally staying paralyzed in the same situation and be stuck decades and a whole lifetime in the same place. And feel the fear and do it anyway. Even if you're scared, do it if it aligns with your goals, if it's safe, right? Trusting your judgment. It's okay to have a little bit of fear there. You're getting out of your comfort zone. There won't be a time that you won't be afraid of going after something really big that you've never accomplished before. You might be enjoying this message so far, but really, I want you to get it on a deeper level and understand the consequences of being indecisive. Indecision steals your time, your energy, and your dreams. While you hesitate, others move forward. If you do not choose your path, life will choose it for you. Do not let procrastination leave you with an unfulfilled life full of regrets. Now, here are 5 steps to strengthen your decision-making muscle. Step 1, make small, fast decisions daily. Instead of overthinking, commit to quick decisions in everyday life. What to wear, what to eat, what book to read next. Training yourself in the small things makes it easier when big decisions come. That is the truth. Simple things like being decisive on what you're going to have for lunch, what time you're going to go to bed, can make life so much easier. Step 2, set a timer for decisions. When faced with a choice, give yourself a deadline. 60 seconds for small choices, 24 hours for bigger ones. The goal is to build speed and confidence. A really great tip that I do myself and I share with all of my clients on how to do this is, yes, set a timer or put your hand on your heart. Close your eyes, get out of your head, get into your heart, get into your body, into your gut. Ask yourself quietly, whatever it is you're trying to make a decision around, is this something I really want to do? See how your body feels. I visualize a percentage in my mind between the 2 choices. This is a silly example, but I go on walks. I go on really long walks and I will go to like certain mile markers and say, okay, when I get to that point, I'll turn around and come back home. But some days I'm like, you know what? I should really turn around. And I'm thinking, no, Carly, you have to walk a little bit further. But I'm thinking, what do I want? Do I want to turn around now? Or do I want to keep walking? And I will close my eyes, I'll put my hand on my heart, or I'll just take a deep breath. And I will feel into my body. I'll ask myself, do I want to turn around right now? And if it is like leaning 60% no, I'll keep walking. But if it's like 60, the majority of my emotions are, yeah, I want to turn around. And there still might be a little part of me that doesn't want to turn around. I will honor the part of me that wants to more so. So there are these little tips and tricks that are really, really helpful when it comes to deciding. Or when you're trying to say, do I want Chinese food or Mexican food tonight? Be like, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do I want Chinese food? How much do I want Mexican food? And whatever gets more, that's it. Just make it easy for you because they're both good. Admit, both decisions might be good, but you have to choose one because if you don't choose, you don't get either. Step 3, trust yourself and take imperfect action. There is no perfect decision, only action. Choose, commit, and adjust along the way. The more you decide, the better you'll get. Have you noticed a theme here? Just make the decision and adjust as you go along. You will not be perfect. You are not going to make a perfect decision and never have to change anything in the future ever again. That is not how the world works. Just take the action. If it is aligned with what you want, the decision is good. You can always adjust later. And the more you do it, the better you'll get at it, the easier it will be. Step 4, stop asking for too many opinions. Seek wisdom, but don't let too many voices confuse you. Trust your gut, make a choice, and own it. Your life, your purpose, your calling, as they say, was not a conference call. Nobody knows what lies deep within your heart, within your soul, and it's nobody's business. Other people might be uncomfortable with it, but at the end of the day, it's up to you to tap in, to build that relationship with yourself, and to honor your desires. Step 5, reflect on past wins. Remind yourself of times when you made quick decisions that worked out well. Confidence grows when you recognize your own ability to decide and act. Think about times where you have made decisions quickly. Like, for example, if you went into an ice cream shop and you're like, I know exactly what I want. I know that I want that pistachio. I know that I want that mint and chip, whatever it is, because you're emotionally involved with what you want. Think about those little things. They can be silly. Or what kind of car do you want to drive? Did you just pick some random car? You're like, no, I want to go there. I want this. Celebrate yourself. That's a good thing because that shows when you made quick decisions and you didn't have to ask anybody. I don't care if they want this car. I know what I want. You made quick decisions. You were in touch with it. So use past wins to build this muscle and confidence in yourself because you can do it. We can all do it. The ability to make decisions is the difference between a life of power and a life of regret. Are you ready to stop procrastinating and take control of your future? Start today. Make one decision right now. Commit to building this muscle.